So I've been gone a while, haven't I? Um, Nearly 6 months, isn't it? January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? Um, I just needed to have time away from YouTube. I had to, get myself together, find a job, try and work out what I was going to do since I've lost my business because I've been wandering around like a nomad for a year. I did 5, 6 months on the road and then, you know, 6 months here, trying to a while here, just trying to settle down in places and renting different rooms and moving around. So, what I did was, as you know, I went to get, because I was trying out all these jobs and I just wasn't getting there. And then I went and got my SIA badge. And then I started work. I think you know about the first job where I went and worked in retail for an agency. Only lasted there a few months. I went to another place. Where did I go to next? Oh yeah, I went and worked on the port as an SIA guard, so checking vehicles on and off, like I did last summer. But this was sort of more of a proper job as opposed to being a temporary summer job. So I went there, and it was 4 on, 4 off, and so there was a male and a female on one set of shifts, and a male and a female on another set of shifts, and it was good fun. I really enjoyed it to start off with. It was great fun, except I did come in at a time when it was really toxic and both supervisors were leaving. So I was sort of stuck in the middle of their moans and groans and hating the agency that they're working for, that apparently they just come in. They've been been with them a year, and apparently they've not been treated them right from the beginning. So um, they weren't very happy with any of that. So they were moaning and groaning at me, and but I took it and I just listened to them and hummed and hawed and said I'm sorry, everything. And then one of the people that was going to have 2 weeks off, there's no one to cover shifts. So this lady had to have 2 weeks off for reasons. And I said, I'll cover. If you've got no cover, that's okay. It's 13 days actually for me to cover. What I want to do though is take 2 days off beforehand and 2 days off after, so that I can get ready for my 13 days, and then I can have a break after my 13 days. And they said, yeah, okay, fill out the form, holiday form, send it back. Got to do it in a month in advance. So I did that, sent it off to my manager a month in advance. And about a week before I was due to take my days off and get ready for my 13 days, I had a phone call from HR who said, we can't honour your holidays. You've not got it in time. I said, yes, I did. I gave it to my manager at least, about 5 days before a month, if you know what I mean. And she said, no, she said, we received it only, I think it was last week or something. And I said, well, let me send you the email and I'll show you. So anyway, I sent her over the email, and she said, oh yeah, I'll have a word with your manager and find out what's going on, because I can see that you did book it with him, and I can see the date, and it is well in advance of a month. So I'll get back to him and I'll get back to you. So she rings me back about, I don't know, an hour or so later and says, look, he was on holiday. He didn't get it in time. He has sent it in now, but unfortunately, we can't honour that pay. And I said, well, that's 13 days that you didn't have cover for, and I offered to cover, and and as requested, you asked me to make sure with the other lady that A, I was tell her that I was covering, and B, could she cover for me the 2 days before and the 2 days after, which I did, which was well over a month ago. So that's all done. So anyway, the conversation ended like that. So I was sitting there seething, and I thought, I'm really, really, really. I've been here 2 months, and I've got two supervisors that are going to leave. One's leaving in June, and the other one's leaving as soon as he gets a job. And he'd already been off to do 2 interviews, and he was coming back saying, oh yeah, I think I've got this job, So I knew he was leaving, and I thought, I've got to get out of here before it all falls apart. They're just going to push me to the limit, and they're not going to pay me, and I was really quite panicky. So anyway, I sent her an email saying, I've been thinking about it. I haven't been here long. the rules say that I need to give a month's notice. So I'm giving a month's notice. And she emailed back straight away saying, okay, thank you. I'm taking a month's notice. And I thought, right. So that's what I did. So I've left there, and I am now working as a nightclub bouncer. Yay! My third job as an SIA guard. So I've done retail, I've done the ports, and now I'm doing nightclubs. It's so funny. This one I'm quite enjoying. It's a lot of youngsters doing the SIA guarding, so I'm just about the oldest person there, so I feel a bit like a mum, but it's quite good fun. I do enjoy it. And I've got the boys to call in if there's any problems, but you know, I did it through Eurovision, which is what I really, really wanted to do, so I did that, and I was in one of the greatest clubs ever to do that with, so I had such a ball there. I, you know, danced and messed about with so many on the dance floor. It was great fun, loved it. So that's gone quiet now. So I've been thinking about going back to Indeed, so that's what I'm going to do. So I've gone back onto them. I'm starting a couple of jobs next week. I only need to earn £200 a week to pay my rent and my food. That's all I need. I'm not a clothes buyer. I don't need stuff. I just need food and clothes. So and I can get that, not a problem. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to look for work anymore. I'm obviously over the hill. People have interviewed me, have smiled sweetly and said, we'll let you know. And I applied for some sort of fairly nice jobs, you know, working in offices and all sorts of bits and pieces, but it's not happening. That's where I am at the moment. And I will let you know in a while how I'm doing and what I'm up to. So next week I'm back on Indeed. And I no doubt I'll have a lot of complaints about the hotel I've worked in and stuff like that. So I will catch you soon. Thank you for listening to all my waffling. I'll catch you next time.